Hi everyone, how are you all? I hope that you are doing well. I wanted to share some of my winter favorites that I've really been enjoying. Some of them are newer products. Some of them I feel like I've repeated year after year. Very curious to know, sorry, Moose just decided to join me right here. Very excited to know what your winter essentials or favorites are, so let me know down in the comments and let's hop in and talk about some of these products. I feel like my focus has just really shifted more towards skincare this year. I think it's a combination of factors. Like a lot of people, I'm spending more time in my home, have been for the past few years, and then I'm mostly working remotely, and when I'm not, I'm wearing a mask. So wearing a lot of makeup when I'm out, I feel like doesn't really do me any good. In fact, I don't remember the last time I wore more than just sunscreen to work, which is another interesting thing just to think about, like how much time we spend in the morning getting ready versus people who don't wear makeup have to do. I definitely save myself a lot of times. That's just something interesting to think about, but it does mean I'm focusing more on my skin and making sure that I feel comfortable in my skin and I'm taking care of my skin. And so a lot of these essentials are body and skincare. The first, which I would consider skincare, is a good chapstick, and this one I've talked about a lot. This is the Osea Lip Doctor chapstick. It's a household favorite. Jared actually uses this as well. It's just really easy and simple to apply. I'll put some on right now. It's not heavy, it's not super waxy, it just feels really comfortable, and it will keep your lips moisturized and prevent them from like cracking, especially if you live in a colder climate. This is really nice. I like the fact that it's not in a pot, so I don't have to dip my fingers into it when I'm out and about, and I can just toss this in my bag and always have it with me. I find that the colder it gets, the drier my lips get, but also like around my nose, whether it's because I'm like blowing it or get a little bit of a runny nose. And so sometimes I actually like put a little bit of this on the back of my hand and then just kind of dab it into my nose as well, just to keep that area feeling hydrated and prevent it from kind of cracking and like getting that kind of flaky skin. So this for me is obviously a lip product, but kind of like an all-around solve that I can put on my face, any dry areas, and then of course my lips when I'm out. Now more generally on the face, obviously having a great moisturizer is essential for any skincare routine, but also during colder months. And I actually have been out of a moisturizer for a while and kind of debating what I want to get. And I think I'm probably going to pick up the Emma Lewis Ham, what is it called? Supernatural moisturizer. I was blown away by all of the Emma Lewis Ham products when I tried them, and I just feel like they work super well for my skin. So that's a range that I keep going back to. And I know that that moisturizer works really well for me. So I think I might go pick that up. But in the meantime, what I've been doing is using an SPF that doesn't dry out my skin during the day. And that is the Le Prunière Plum Screen, I believe. So using that, and then at night using actually a moisture mask. I have been loving this one, and it's the True Botanicals Moisture Lock Overnight Mask. So when I was using more of True Botanicals products, I would layer this as a final step over all of the skincare that I had on underneath. So like an oil, a moisturizer, and then finish with this. But I have just been using this on its own at night, and I have been waking up with super hydrated skin. I feel like using it every night is not something I should be doing long term, because it definitely doesn't replace a moisturizer step. I almost feel like this just keeps moisturizer from leaving your skin versus actually going into your skin and hydrating it, and I need that hydration. But for the meantime, while I'm in between moisturizers, this has really been helping. And like I said, when I was using the True Botanicals products and was using this more regularly, like once or twice a week, I would notice the same difference where I would just wake up and my skin would feel super supple and hydrated, just really enjoying it. So if you are looking for a moisture mask, I can totally put my endorsement behind this. I know that some masks feel kind of gimmicky and you're like, does this actually make a difference? But for me, this makes a huge difference. It smells really nice and fresh, and a little goes a long way. So although this looks like a small container, this will last you for a while. And what I particularly like about this as a moisturizing mask is it's not like super thick or gloopy. It's not gonna like transfer to your pillowcase when you're sleeping or anything like that. So really enjoying this. I highly would recommend if you're looking for a moisturizing mask. Now moving on to body care. First one is one that I have all year round, but especially during the winter, and that's Wyleta Skin Food, the original, not the light version, not the body butter, just like the original tube of Wyleta Skin Food. And this is amazing if you get dry, cracked hands. I put this on like all throughout the day when I'm home, but it's not really something that I would throw in my bag as a hand cream because it's really, really thick. So it takes a while to absorb, and that's why I like using it at night or like when I'm home when I don't have to worry about getting things greasy. But this is a heavy duty, I don't even know, I I know it's called a cream, but it just feels even like richer than a cream. It's really thick. It takes a little while to rub in, but when you do and you do it consistently, your hands just say thank you, especially during this time of year where we're washing our hands a lot, where we are out in the cold. Just your hands take the brunt of so much of what you do, and so we don't treat them with enough kindness, and this is just one way that I try and make up for it. So at night I always use this. Really love it, and like every year, highly recommend. The next product is something that I plan to use all year round, but I think I'm gonna have to adjust my usage of it because it does have a lot of exfoliating ingredients in it. And so right now it's kind of an opportune time to be using it because I'm not really out in the sun, and I'm also wearing long sleeves, so my skin is not exposed to the sun, so I don't have to be as careful about sun exposure after using an exfoliating product. And this is the Tata Harper Resurfacing Serum. This is a smoothing and brightening milk. Price tag on this is so hefty. Disclaimer is I was gifted this, and so I'm like, would I actually spend my money on it? And for me, the answer is yes, I would save up and I would buy this. One, because it lasts so long, you need such a little amount, and two, because it solves a problem that I've been trying to solve for a long time, which is I have a little bit of like bumpiness on my arms. I think the term for it is keratitis pilaris, KP, something like that. Anyway, I've had it for a really long time, and something I've really struggled with. I've tried so many different products on it to see what will help. Dry brushing consistently certainly helps. Moisturizing consistently and finding something lightweight that's not going to kind of clog those pores really helps. And then also finding a good exfoliating product, and that is this body serum for me. I use this about twice a week right now, and I've noticed a huge difference in the amount of bumps that I have, how smooth the skin is, and then also some of the scarring that I've had from it because I cannot leave them alone, so I pick at them. And so this has really helped to kind of brighten that area. Some Tata Harper products work really well for me, and then some I don't find as worth it money-wise for me, but this one definitely is. And you can see I've had it for, I've been using it consistently probably about 2 months now, and I've only used that amount because again, I'm really only using it twice a week. I'm sure you could use it every day. You should look up the instructions and read more about it, but for me, twice a week has already made a huge difference. So really, really loving this. Would spend my money on this again, and I guess this is kind of like an all year round favorite. Well, I'm assuming it will be, but especially during the winter time because I don't have to be so careful with sun exposure. Last but not least, in terms of winter essentials, a good body moisturizer is like way up there on essentials for me. The Osea body products have become some of my favorites. So right now in our bathroom we have the 9.6 fluid ounce size of the Osea Undaria algae body oil, and this is their larger size that they carry now. So I think the original one is about half this size. I've gone on and on about this oil, but my highlights are that it's really lightweight, smells super nice, absorbs into your skin, it's not greasy, and yeah, I just notice a huge difference. The test for me is always like when I shave my legs and I use the moisturizer, do I feel itchy the next day? Do my legs feel itchy the day after that? And what I've noticed when I'm using the Osea body products is that like the hydration that I put on the day that I shave lasts me for a good 2 to 3 days until, you know, the next time that I shower and I put it on again. I can really tell that this is doing good things for my skin, and it's not just that like momentary impact where it's soothing my skin. It's really helping day after day after day, and my skin really loves it. So absolutely love their oil. I also have a brand new one of their body butter, so as soon as I finish the oil I'll probably transfer to the body butter. I don't know which one's my favorite. Jared is very much more into the body oil, and I'm like somewhere in between. It's like picking a favorite child. I don't think you can do it. I just really love them both. I love them for different reasons, but I try my best to only open one at a time so that I really finish it, and then I can actually open a fresh product and try something else. All right, those are all of my current winter essentials that I am really loving and using to take care of myself as the months get colder. I know I'm in California and have like no right to say this, but it is getting kind of cold. We've had a few really, really chilly nights, and last night for the first time, Jared was like, I can't sleep with the window open, it's just too cold. So we always sleep with like at least a little crack of the window for some fresh air at night, but last night was the turning point, so it definitely means that it's winter time. I hope all of you are staying warm. I hope that you all have a really wonderful holiday if you are celebrating this week, and yeah, I'm curious to see what all your essentials are in the comments, so make sure to leave those down below. And if you have a good moisturizer recommendation, let me know too, because like I said, I'm kind of looking for something else. Not sure if I want to go back to like an old favorite, or if I want to try something new. So any suggestions are welcome. Thank you for them in advance, and I will see you all next week. Bye.